Sometimes I wonder if I'll ever stop loving anime. I've been watching it a lot recently, but sometimes, and this is something I'm sure many anime fans can relate with, but sometimes you're just in those moods where you never want to watch any anime. Anyway, guys, it's me, Deathwish, back. I know it's been a while, and I know you guys miss me, and I'm sorry. I've had exams, been busy, but I want to say that I'm back here for the long run. I say that every time. I'm pretty sure if you click on my last 4 videos, every single one of them is me coming up with an excuse of why I haven't posted. But this time I feel like I really do feel it, because I want us to grow, Anyway, today I just wanted to talk about anime in 2022 and some of the shows that are coming out and what I'm looking forward to, because I was looking through my anime list and a lot of big shows are coming out this year. But before I get into any of that, you know what I'm gonna do. Play the intro.
I'm always feeling fresh. Okay, I keep my homies with me, I can never stress. Okay, I keep my Bible on me, I'm forever blessed. I done failed my test, diamonds on my chest. I'm my best, nonetheless. Pull up in a Tesla, on a quest.
Okay, to start off, I'm going to talk about an anime that's already come out, but that was big before it came out and it's big now, and that's Spy X Family. Everyone's talking about it, so I won't talk about it for too long. But I just wanted to talk about, what my opinion of it is. I mean, I've heard about it long before the anime came out, and it's one of the shows where I decided I'd wait for the anime instead of reading the manga, and I can say that the anime is really good. I'm enjoying it. I'm watching it, every week. And I'd say it's probably one of the more wholesome shows I've watched in recent times. Seeing the family bond, it's very funny, it's very wholesome, and if you're into that kind of thing, then honestly, I would say please watch this. Give it a try. It's definitely worth it. I don't even know how much further it's going to go, because I've only seen the beginning. Well, the anime's only got through, the beginning. I think it's up to 7 episodes now, and you can tell that there's so much more in store for this family. The premise is so good. It's about a couple. The father's a spy, and the wife is an assassin, and their child is a telepath, and none of them know about each other. And it's about how they're all trying to live this normal life, because the spy has this mission to seek out some information from some general. It doesn't seem like that's really that important. I mean, it's important, but it's more about the family's dynamic, and just he has to send his child to school to find information out about this guy, and it's just so much comedy and wholesomeness comes from that, and just the family situations. And yeah, it's just a really warm anime compared to some of the other shows that you get. It's just a really nice shine of light. Now, that's it for the spring season. I just wanted to touch on Spy Family, but now looking over to the summer 2022 season, we don't actually have many big new shows coming out, but we have a lot of shows that are coming back. And out of the ones that I've watched and I'm looking at and I'm interested in, the ones I'll be watching, the ones I'll suggest that you watch, we have Rent-A-Girlfriend, which is a very good anime. I really enjoyed the first season. It's about a guy who's very lonely, just like you guys, gets no women, just like you guys, maidenless, if you will, just like you guys. And no offense, I'm sorry guys, I feel bad now. I'm really sorry. I didn't mean it. I did, but yeah, I'm sorry. Anyway, so it's about this guy, very lonely, rents a girlfriend but falls in love, and it's just that kind of rom-com. And I really enjoyed the first season. Now, I've heard some things about the manga that might suggest that the second season isn't good, but it will pick itself up later. Now, I don't know, but I'd still recommend you watch it, and especially if you haven't seen the first season, watch that, because it's very good. Now on to The Devil is a Part-Timer. I actually haven't finished the first season. I started the first season a while ago, and I don't know why I stopped, because I did really enjoy it. It's a very interesting story about how the devil is, I think he dies in his world and is reincarnated as a powerless human in our world, and he has to get a part-time job at McDonald's. And it's just a very interesting premise. It's fun. It's not the most amazing anime ever, but if you're just looking for a good time, I think this is a good anime for you. And finally, the show we never thought we would get is Classroom of the Elite Season 2. Now, if you've ever gone on AniTalk, I doubt you've never heard of this show. It is so popular. Everyone loves the main character, Ayano Koji. He's kind of this sociopathic, well, he might not be a sociopath. We don't really know much about him. That's kind of the point. But he's very smart, and it's about, he's been taken to the school and he's in class D, and the class wants to raise the class A. It's hard to explain, but just know it's very good. And if you're into the kind of mind games, smart reveals of the genius main character show, this is literally the perfect show for you. It's very well constructed. I can't wait for season 2. I'm really looking forward to it. I never thought it would come. So, I'd say give this show a watch. Definitely give this show a watch. Now, on to what might be the most stacked anime season of all time. And I'm gonna say it. It is the most stacked. This is the most stacked at least I've ever seen. We've got like 7 really big anime coming out this season, and that's 7 confirmed. There might be more. So I'm going to go over the confirmed ones first, and then I'll go on to the ones that might be coming out during this season. So to start off, we have got Mob Psycho Season 3. Now, Mob Psycho is made by the same people who made the amazing One Punch Man, written by the same mangaka, And if you've seen it, it's got a very wacky art style. It's just an amazing anime. It's just one of those shows where it's just good. Like, different shows have their different powers and skills, but I feel like when I think about Mob Psycho, it's just good. It's about a child, a very average kid that happens to have really OP psychic powers. And it's just about his day-to-day life working in one of those trick stores where they pretend that they can read your mind, but they actually can't. Only they can, but his boss can't, but pretends that he can and uses Mob's powers to help him. And it's comedy, action. It's just a really good show. I doubt that if you're watching this video you haven't seen it or heard of it, but if you haven't, please watch it. The first 2 seasons are amazing, and season 3 apparently is going to be even better. So please come along on this ride. And on to the next one. So, My Hero Academia Season 6. This one, again, if you're watching this video, I would find it very hard to believe you haven't heard of My Hero Academia or even watched it. I'll be honest with you guys, Season 5 was very bad in my opinion. I did not like Season 5. It was not a good season. But, of course I'll still be watching it. My Hero Academia is still an amazing show. To those who haven't watched it, of course you've heard of it, but if you haven't watched it, do watch it. It's it's a shonen. I could say it's a shonen classic. It's one of the biggest shows in shonen. If you want to get into shonen anime, especially if you're new to anime, this is a good show for you. It's about a boy who didn't have any powers, but then was given a power by the strongest hero in the world. It's in the world of heroes where people have these things called quirks, these singular powers. Everyone has one power, and many of them have drawbacks. Only our main character was born with no powers, but he was given powers by the strongest hero. And it's just about how he goes on this journey to become the #1 hero, and he has to attend the top hero school in Japan. And it's a very good story, very good side characters, good fights. The last season wasn't amazing, but it's classic shonen at its finest. Maybe not at its finest, but it's classic shonen, and it's done very well. And I've heard season 6 is going to be amazing. We're going to see more of the My Villain Academia stuff, and apparently there's a war arc coming up. So I'll be tuning into that, and I think you guys should too. Next, we have a personal favorite of mine. This is a show that I saw, I think it came out last year. I was actually going to post a reaction video, but I wasn't allowed to because of copyright. I know. And this is To Your Eternity, season 2. Now, To Your Eternity is an amazing show. It's about some god creature sending down an orb, and this orb is able to adapt to its environment, and he wants the orb to learn about life. And it's a tearjerker, I'll be honest. And I personally didn't cry when I was watching it, but it made me very sad, I can tell you that, and it stayed on my mind for a long time. This show I think it's a very unique show. It has a very unique storyline and plot, and it executes it very well. I honestly think that it deserved to have a shot at Anime of the Year last year. I think it should have at least been nominated. It's really good. Main character is great. Well, the whole point of the main character is that they change. He's trying to learn about life, and I think it's really realistic in that sense, and it teaches you a lot of lessons. It's an amazing show, and I think if you're into, even if you're not into sad shows, I think, because I'm not really one, I wouldn't consider myself someone who's into sad shows. I would say that this is a must watch for just most anime fans, because it was just amazing. I was addicted to it. I loved it so much. So, To Your Eternity Season 2, watch Season 1 if you haven't. It's an amazing show. Next is a personal favorite. And when I said last one was a personal favorite, this one is like literally, it's in my top 10 manga. I read the manga. This show is one of my favorite manga of all time. I don't know why I love it so much, but I just love it to bits. And that is Blue Lock. Now, I probably will be making a Blue Lock video soon in the future, so I'm not going to go into it too much now. But let's just say that it's a very unique take on sports anime. I'll stop there. But let me just say that this show is special. It's really special. I don't think it's for everyone. Some people might find it too edgy or it's trying to be different, because I've heard people say that. But I honestly think that it's one of the best sports manga ever made. And I cannot wait for the anime. I honestly can't wait. But yeah, as I said, I'll make a video going more into detail about Blue Lock and why I love it so much soon, hopefully. Now, the final confirmed show for autumn 2022 is, Bleach. Now, I'll be very honest with you guys. Please don't kill me in the comments. I'm not the biggest fan of Bleach. Now, I made a Bleach review of the first arc, and I intended to finish that review. I will finish it. I will finish that review, because there were many arcs I liked, and especially the next arc after that video, I loved. But Bleach is not my favorite anime. I wouldn't say. It's definitely the worst in the big three. But I can't say I'm not looking forward to its return. I can't say I haven't missed it, because something about an anime's vibe, I don't know why, but for me, if a show has a good vibe, I'll still enjoy it somewhat. Like for me, I watched Evangelion recently, and I hated the story, hated it. But it had this vibe about it that made me keep watching it. Otherwise, I would have dropped it on episode 2. But, that vibe kept me along. Now, I still don't like the show, but the vibe kept me along. Now, I won't say Bleach is completely bad. I like Bleach. It's just not my favorite show, I still like it. It's a good show. It's just that it falls short of many things. It gets a lot worse after, the Iranka. Around that time, drags on a bit. But from what I've heard, the arcs that are about to be animated are some of the best, if not the best, in all of Bleach. And I can't wait for that, because I want to see Peak Bleach again. Peak Bleach, the Soul Society arc, was amazing. My eyes were glued to the screen. I couldn't stop. Now, I'm sure all of you guys watching know what Bleach is. If you don't, it's one of the members of the big three, which consists of One Piece, Naruto, and Bleach. 3 of the biggest shows coming into the 2000s. And it's about a young boy who basically kills ghosts for a living. That's the gist of it. Obviously, there's a lot more to it, and I think I'll still continue making those reviews, so I won't go into it too much now. But let me just say that I think that even if you haven't watched Bleach, and you've heard me say, I don't think it's good, I still think that everyone should watch it. I still think everyone should watch it. It's a classic, and it's still a good show. Just personally, for me, it didn't hit as hard as I thought it could. But I can't wait for the new season. The animation looks amazing. And apparently the manga readers are saying that it's some of the best Bleach yet. So I cannot wait for that, because Peak Bleach is fucking amazing. So, yeah, you should definitely click into that, man. And finally, the show that you've all been waiting for, probably not, which hasn't actually officially been announced for the autumn 2022. It was meant to actually come out 2021 autumn. And that is Chainsaw Man. Now, Chainsaw Man is one of my favorite manga as well. I read it. And the anime looks amazing. Done by Studio Mappa. They've released a teaser trailer for it. They haven't released much, so we actually don't know if it's coming out this autumn. But it's assumed that it's coming out this autumn, or at least this year. Now, Chainsaw Man is it's an amazing manga. It's a shonen manga, and it takes, I think, it's kind of like the show, that the writer has read a lot of shonen and has taken everything that they've learnt from reading shonen their whole life and put it into the show. It's amazing, right? It's amazing. The art is amazing, but even, okay, it's going to be in anime form, so you won't be able to see the art the same way I did. The plot, the storyline, the characters, the writing, everything about it is just S tier. And honestly, if you don't watch it, you're missing out. I mean, I've told all my friends to read it, and they were all saying, oh, I should watch it. I was saying, no, you have to read it now. Now, if you don't like reading manga, I understand that. Please watch the anime when it comes out, because this anime, mark my words, will become one of the staples of anime. Like, when people talk anime, they say Naruto, they say Attack on Titan, you know, they say Dragon Ball, and I think that Chainsaw Man has the opportunity to be, you know, part of that thing. You know, they'll be talking about Chainsaw Man next to Demon Slayer. I really think it's going to be that big, and just please watch it. It's an amazing show. Yeah, so that's all for the 2022 animes to watch. I think I'll probably make another one of these closer to the time or maybe at the end of the year when these anime have come out. But yeah, please watch these shows. I think they're amazing. And yeah, hopefully I'll be able to release another video soon. But I'll see you all in a bit. Bye.